few other non-262 topics to talk about. When you were down there in Jacksonville, you said that you were going to leave the arena and you were going to go have a meeting with Nick Diaz. How did that meeting go with Nick in Florida?
Yeah, it went good. I mean, my whole thing with Nick Diaz is I just question how bad he really wants to fight. You know what I mean? We got together, we had a great conversation, talked about, you know, a possible comeback for him. I just, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out this summer and the rest of this year.
What's giving you pause? What makes you think that he's saying he wants to come back, but maybe he's not?
Just the amount of time that he's taken off already. When you hear him talk about fighting, when you hear him talk about the sport, and I sit down daily or talk to daily hungry, young savages that want to, you know, break into the top 10, become world champions, all that stuff, you know, and Nick Diaz has done it all, seen it all. He's been in big fights. I just don't see that in him when I talk to him.
Mm-hmm. Would you, I mean, would you book him a fight without really seeing that? If you felt like maybe he was taking a fight for a reason, it's tough, right? As a promoter, you can't make that decision for him. But do you have to like see something out of him, I guess, before you feel comfortable giving him a fight?
No, listen, he's a grown man. Mm-hmm. This guy says, I want to fight, and we agreed to a fight, and, you know, doctors say he's fit to fight. Mm-hmm. That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah. So how did you leave it with him? When would we get potentially an update?
That we were going to talk and we would get it figured out.
Yeah. If he does come back, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
No, go ahead.
If he does come back, how are you viewing him? You know, in terms of, do you want to put him in like, is he a top 10 guy, or is he just like a fun fight guy? Like, how do you view Nick Diaz at this point in his career?
I don't know. I think that at this point in his career, I think that they'll come back and say, we want to fight this guy. Mm. So we'll see who they say they want, and then we'll go from there.
I know you're good either way, but do you want to see Nick Diaz fight again? I guess as a fight fan, sometimes I ask you these questions. Do you want to see him compete again?
Well, my thing is always, first of all, when we talk about all the type of fighting that's going on right now, you know, in this landscape, we'll call it, there's a market for that stuff. Some people want to see that stuff, and I always tell you, that's not what I do. Fighting is a young man's game, and I'm looking for the youngest, most talented, up-and-coming fighters that want to be world champions someday, want to be the best. Those are the type of fights that we put on. Mm-hmm. But there are legends that are still around the sport. Cowboy Cerrone just fought this weekend, you know, and a lot of questions about him now. Are you going to let him fight again? Mm-hmm. Nick Diaz is a legend in this sport. Will he fight again? You know, we take all of these on a case-by-case basis on whether we think these guys should still be here.